Hey everybody, Jeff from Elk Mountain Gear, and this is part one of a series that I like to call Dynamic Decoying. The first part of this series will be to familiarize hunters with the slip system, and I'm going to gear this mainly to elk hunters. We'll go ahead and get started right now. So for basic trekking, the unit comes with a nylon sheath that fits over the umbrella segment, and there's a kind of a elastic cord that comes with it. I use that as a wrist strap if I'm packing in, say. Basically, if you're packing large loads, you're going to want to uncover this system, or basically just use it with the umbrella portion without a decoy or camo cover on it. That lightens up the pole tremendously. And like I said, it's just very simple to operate. You just basically use your twist lock, put the pole where you want it, give it a good twist, lock it down. You're always going to want to kind of give it a little clockwise twist like this every now and then when you're walking with it, to keep this foot tight on the end, this walking foot, which is removable, and you'll see the reason it's removable shortly. So when we first invented the slip system, the original idea was to make a walking stick that was a blind. And then we didn't want to be just stuck with one presentation. We didn't want to just print it in mossy oak or a camo pattern. So we came up with the idea of stretchable covers to change the face of the blind. And that's when the decoy idea kicked in. And currently we have the most photorealistic decoys in the industry. And I happen to have one right here in my pack. This is the Open Country Elk Decoy. And we're going to go ahead and slip this system right now. So as far as hunting with the slip system, there's a lot of people that I realize just will not hunt with this thing. Personally, I use it as much as a weapon as my bow. You know, I always have it in hand whenever I need to shield myself, or whenever I need to encroach on elk. Just having that elk decoy to break up the human outline can sometimes allow you to hunt a little more aggressively and get into some situations where you can actually convert and make a kill. So the first thing I need to do is show you exactly how to set this up as a decoy, and I will do that now. So to go from a trekking pole setup to a stalking blind setup or decoy setup is relatively simple. First thing we need to do is slip the unit. I'm going to go ahead and remove the trekking pole end completely. And I'm going to remove the sheath as well from the unit. Sheath is light, weighs next to nothing. Stick it in your pocket if you want to. And pop the unit, and you'll see the Elk Mountain logo at the bottom of the unit. The logo always stays to the bottom, is a rule of thumb. The slip covers can be stored in a zippered pouch that comes with them. Basically what we're going to do on this elk decoy is we're going to match up the logo that's on the umbrella portion with the logo on the slip cover. Once you have that and they're mated like that, you know your decoy is basically going to be right side up. You don't want to be running around with an elk upside down. And these little grommets around the outside basically slip right over the tips of the umbrella, so it's a very fast and simple process. And once you have the unit slipped, basically you're going to take this strap that's on the umbrella portion itself, and just kind of roll the unit counterclockwise. And there's a little snap there. Reinsert your trekking pole in. So now basically you have something that if you get into a situation where all of a sudden there's elk eyes on you, you can basically deploy this quick. I mean, you have it open, you can shield yourself, get behind it, do what you got to do. Call, send a shooter out front. I mean, it's that fast. Basically, to run and gun as a stalking blind, you're just going to come out on the end, take the trekking pole end out. This has adapters in the shaft. So you basically split the umbrella shaft in the back. The trekking pole end that you just removed comes up through a port, and then the handle piece has a receiver here. You just tighten that down real quick, remove your little foot that you normally walk with. Now you have something that you can shield yourself with, move ahead, and basically just push it down in the ground. For you tree stand hunters, another way that you can use the unit is to actually make it into a tree stand shelter. And to do that, basically you take this trekking pole in here with the spike, and you're going to make a pilot hole in the tree with a screw-in type tree step. Pull that out, take the trekking pole in, screw it in as far as you can. There's two loops on here that we've used to stake the unit down in a high wind. You can take your rope from your tree stand or a piece of cord and tie that around the tree. That'll keep the unit from twisting. And you can actually, there's a camera adapter that comes with this unit. You can put your small camera out on the end of this and you're covered, and you can also film your shot if you want to do. That's just another way to use this gear. Another great advantage of having the slip system, hunting with a slip system, is having an instant rain shelter if a downpour decides to sneak in on you, which happens a lot where we hunt in Colorado. In fact, in regular days, we'll get these what we call 3 o'clock showers that come in the afternoon and kind of dump on you. And sometimes in the evening, those can get seriously aggressive. And basically, you've got an instant rain shelter at your disposal. What you can do is just take the trekking pole in and just pop it up through the end of the handle into the receiver. So now you've got an extended shaft, and you can basically just spike this right in the ground and you're covered. And you can wait it out. Another great advantage of this is on sunny days in the afternoon when the elk are bedded, and you know, you can have your lunch and take a little nap. And we do this all the time. Just kind of lay back under it and just use it as a sunshade. So I hope this has been helpful to familiarize you with the gear. And this will conclude part 1 of the series. For the second part of the series, I want to go into some techniques you can use the gear to move in on elk herds, move around elk if you have to. Just some common scenarios where you would be able to use the gear to run and gun around elk. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in part 2.